Brought to you by Carriage Crossing Senior Living.
Central Illinois communities all have a story to tell about its past, whether it's a neighbor or a business. Together they create a rich history, including with the Mattoon Chamber of Commerce. We have Executive Director Ed Dowd hanging out with us today. So there are several businesses there in Mattoon that have been around for quite a while.
Yes, it was funny. One of our members asked, they heard that Burger King was having its 70th anniversary, and they said, I'm sure that's the oldest business in Mattoon that's still in existence. And we found out that actually there's 24 businesses who are actually even older than the Burger King.
Well, before we talk about those older ones, we're looking here at the Burger King, the official Burger King.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about the story of the Burger King in Mattoon.
So the very interesting story is they were in existence before the national chain Burger King came out. And when Burger King came to Illinois, they said, hey, you can't have that name. That's our name. That's our patent. That's our trademark. And little old Mattoon Burger King took on the big chain and said, no, we were here first. We were here before you existed. And they actually won a landmark case, an intellectual property case against the Burger King. And they said, nope, you can keep that name. The courts, the U.S. courts said you can keep that name, and they can't even build a Burger King within a 20-mile radius of Mattoon because of it.
Well,
so real exciting.
It is, and it's exciting that they're still open and thriving there in the Mattoon community.
For 70 years.
Yes, and we've got some ice cream.
Yes.
That makes their ice cream special.
So
I'm sure their ice cream machines don't break.
Yes, and what's neat about theirs is they add extra milk fat to make it even more flavorful. Fat equals flavor, so it's a fantastic soft serve. And you can share it with your crew after the show. But
I don't want to block the shot
there.
there.
Yeah, it's great stuff. So
very good. Okay, now let's talk about some of these other businesses that have been around for a very long time there in Mattoon. And what do you think it is that keeps them open and thriving?
I think that, the support. It's, shop local, support local businesses. I think it's just great in Mattoon that we do that. There's actually 4 businesses that have been around since the 1800s even that are still in existence, still in the same location. We have Consolidated Communications. We have First Mid. Now they're called First Mid Bank and Trust. They were originally called the National Bank of Mattoon. We have Oddfellow Rebecca Home, which is a home for elderly. And we have Craig & Craig Law Firm. Now, the interesting thing about Craig & Craig Law Firm is they have been in existence, I think, since 1868, and they are one of, if not the oldest law firms in all of Illinois that still has the same original name. So, pretty neat stuff.
I really appreciated that picture there of the old folks home.
Yes, yes. Yeah, I know they literally had the title on Old Folks Home in front of it. Now, of course, they don't. That's kind of not politically correct, but that was the name, and there's some pictures of the original staff. Now, that picture, the original picture you're looking at now, is one of the very first pictures of Mattoon back in 1867. You can see the dirt roads and the horses and carriages and stuff. So it's really neat. We've done a history of Mattoon. Again, you see all the railroad crossings and dirt roads that were in existence way back then. So a lot of really neat things.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, De Beers. Now that's a very interesting. De Beers Feed and Seed. That has been in existence since 1904. The same family still owns it. Bernie De Beer still owns the business, and they still do feed and seed for horses and dogs, cats, and everything else.
Wow.
So it's really neat.
And that says a lot about Mattoon for families, generations of families, to stick around in your same community and not move off and try to do this somewhere else. That really speaks highly for Mattoon and the support that you mentioned that you're getting. I wish my former co-host Matt Metcalf would hear. He would be eating this stuff up. He does with all of this history stuff. Well, we appreciate you coming.
It was a pleasure.
There are exciting things happening in Mattoon.
Absolutely.
And we appreciate you sharing all of that with us. Such rich history.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, and thank you for the ice cream.
You're welcome.
If you want to learn a little bit more about all of the great things happening in Mattoon, we'll connect you at CILiving.tv. We thank Carriage Crossing Senior Living for sponsoring our segment this afternoon.